Just when you finally start healing, rebuilding your confidence, and moving forward with your life, a message appears. It might be a text, a call, a social media interaction, or an unexpected attempt to reconnect. For many people who have experienced a relationship with a narcissistic individual, this pattern feels strangely familiar. After periods of distance, silence, or even rejection, the narcissist suddenly reappears, often at the exact moment it seems like you've moved on. The timing can feel confusing, emotional, and difficult to understand. Today we will talk about why narcissists come back after you move on. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. 9. They miss the attention, not necessarily the relationship. Many people assume that when a narcissist comes back, it means they genuinely miss the relationship. Sometimes this may be true, but often what they miss most is the attention, admiration, and emotional investment they received. Relationships with narcissists frequently revolve around meeting their emotional needs. When that source of validation disappears, they may begin looking for ways to restore it. This is why their return can feel confusing. They may suddenly express affection, interest, or concern after long periods of silence. What appears to be love can sometimes be a desire to regain access to the attention they lost. 8. Your happiness challenges their expectations. Narcissists often expect to remain emotionally important long after a relationship ends. They may assume that you will struggle without them, continue thinking about them, or remain emotionally attached. When they see you healing, growing, and finding happiness without their involvement, it can challenge those expectations. Your ability to move forward demonstrates that your life does not depend on their presence. For someone who wants to feel indispensable, this realization can be difficult to accept. As a result, they may return to see whether they still have influence over your emotions. 7. They want to test whether they still have access to you. One reason narcissists reappear is surprisingly simple. They want to know if they still can. A message, a phone call, a social media interaction, or an unexpected appearance can serve as a test. They want to see whether you will respond, engage, or reopen the door they previously walked away from. For many narcissists, knowing they still have access to someone provides reassurance. The goal is not always reconciliation. Sometimes it is simply confirming that they still occupy space in your mind and life. 6. They struggle with losing control. Healthy relationships allow both people to move on when the relationship ends. Narcissists often struggle more with this process because they dislike losing control over situations that once benefited them. When you move on, establish boundaries, and stop reacting to their behavior, they lose influence. This shift in power can feel uncomfortable. Returning allows them an opportunity to regain some of the control they feel they have lost. Even small interactions can provide a sense of influence if they know they can still affect your emotions. 5. They remember the benefits you provided. Every relationship offers different forms of support. You may have provided emotional encouragement, admiration, attention, stability, practical help, or companionship. Once these benefits are gone, narcissists may begin remembering what they lost. Their return is not always driven by a desire to build a healthier relationship. Sometimes it is driven by a desire to regain access to the comfort, support, and validation they once received. The focus is often on what the relationship provided rather than what the relationship required from them. 4. They see your growth as a threat. Nothing frustrates a narcissist more than seeing someone thrive without them. Your healing, confidence, success, and happiness can challenge the narrative they created about their importance in your life. If they believed you would remain stuck, heartbroken, or dependent, your growth becomes evidence that they were wrong. Instead of celebrating your progress, they may feel threatened by it. Returning allows them an opportunity to interrupt that progress. or remind themselves that they still have an emotional impact on you. 3. They are looking for validation again. Many narcissists rely heavily on external validation to maintain their self-image. During periods when they are receiving less attention elsewhere, they may revisit former relationships. Past partners often represent familiar sources of admiration, affection, and emotional investment. Reaching out can feel easier than building new connections, because there is already a history between you. Unfortunately, this often means the return has more to do with their current emotional needs than with genuine concern for your well-being. 2. They want to reopen a door they never fully closed. Unlike many people who view breakups as final endings, narcissists often prefer keeping options available. They may disappear without fully ending things, leave conversations unresolved, or maintain occasional contact after the relationship has ended. This creates the possibility of returning later if they choose. In their mind, the relationship may never have been completely closed. When they reappear months or even years later, it can feel sudden and unexpected. For them, however, the door was never fully shut. 1. Your moving on removes their power. The biggest reason narcissists often come back after you move on is because your healing represents something they struggle to accept. They no longer have power over your emotional world. During the relationship, much of your attention, energy, and focus may have revolved around them. Your moods may have been influenced by their actions. Your decisions may have been shaped by their approval. Your self-worth may have become connected to how they treated you. When you finally heal, that dynamic changes. You stop waiting for messages. You stop seeking validation. You stop hoping they will become the person you wanted them to be. Most importantly, you stop allowing them to determine how you feel about yourself. For a narcissist, this loss of influence can be difficult to accept. Their return is often less about love and more about restoring a sense of importance. They want to know whether they still matter. They want to see whether they can still affect your emotions. They want reassurance that the connection remains available if they choose to access it. This is why so many people are surprised when a narcissist reappears only after they have truly started moving forward. The return often happens when you are finally finding peace, rebuilding confidence, and creating a life that no longer revolves around the relationship. Understanding this pattern can help you view their return more clearly. Not every message is proof of love. Not every apology reflects genuine change. Not every attempt to reconnect is motivated by healthy intentions. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.